Let's crack into tech this morning. The makers of Fortnite have won a landmark legal case against Apple and Google. So what will this mean for video gamers? Peter Griffin is tech journalist with us this morning. Good morning, Peter.
Morning, Ryan.
Good to have you. Now, what does this mean for gamers?
Well, Fortnite is one of the biggest games in the world. 650 million people play this around the world. And, the problem is that the company that makes it, Epic, has had a real fight with Apple and Google, which charge a big commission in their app stores every time someone makes a purchase for a Fortnite game, up to 30%. So Epic has been taking Apple and Google to court for years now, and it's finally culminated in Australia with a federal judge saying that that is anti-competitive, forcing those companies to pay. So that's a huge win for consumers. Apple and Google will now have to let Fortnite back into their app stores and figure out a way to allow consumers to pay other than through the App Store, which is what Epic always wanted. So that's a big win. There was also 2 class action lawsuits which were successful over this. So the next phase of that is Australian consumers who are Fortnite users may get a payment back. That's quite common in class action lawsuits. Unfortunately, Kiwis weren't included in that judgment, but what tends to happen is these companies change their behavior and put in place new policies that apply to the entire App Store economy. So I think in the next couple of years, we will see better conditions for buying those games through Apple and Google, and hopefully a better deal for consumers.
Peter, does it set a precedent for other games or other offerings on app stores?
Absolutely. Look, the biggest revolution since the iPhone was released in 2007 was the following year when Apple released the App Store. That changed the game. All that, the app economy, the hundreds of apps we have on our phone was enabled by that. A very smart move by Steve Jobs at the time, because that generates tens of billions of dollars of revenue, and Google does the same with its Play Store. Apple and Google have been clipping the ticket on that, and they're basically saying, we built these stores, we invest a lot in them. This is a secure way to buy an application. But it's now a cozy duopoly, and there has been legal action in the US as well, which has gone in favor of Epic Games. So I think what we're going to see in the next few years is the deal is going to change. You may still have the option to buy through the Apple and Google stores, but there will be an alternative route which does not penalize Epic Games and others. So the clip of the ticket of 30% won't happen. So ultimately, that should lead to lower prices for in-app purchases.
That's only going to be good news for us. Peter, appreciate that. Thank you. Peter Griffin, tech journalist with us from Wellington this morning.